of runners from around the world and empowering people to do great things through the marathon. From elite runners who epitomize the competitive values of the marathon and lifestyle runners who value their health and fitness, to runners who participate in the race to raise funds for deserving causes through Standard Chartered KL Marathon's Run for a Reason charity program.
Hi, I'm Nadia Nash, and this year I will run for a reason to help raise funds for Hospice Malaysia. This will ensure that Hospice Malaysia will be able to continue providing quality palliative care that relieves unnecessary physical and emotional suffering of patients living with serious illnesses such as AIDS, cancer or organ failure. Hospice Malaysia provides community palliative care with the aim to improve the quality of life of its patients and their families. Each year, more than 2,000 patients are referred to the organisation, and all of its patient services are offered free of charge. All right, we are here with Dr. Anin Hamzah, who's going to shed some light onto palliative care and Hospice Malaysia. So, Doctor, what is palliative care and how does Hospice Malaysia come into the picture?
For someone living with a serious illness, unmanaged pain and other symptoms and unaddressed psychosocial and spiritual concerns can add a huge burden to the patient's quality of life. And palliative care provides the support to the patient and family with the aim of improving quality of life despite the illness.
And speaking of the Standard Chartered KL Marathon Run for a Reason charity program, right? It's not the first time Hospice Malaysia is collaborating with them, and this year you guys are together again. So maybe you can tell us why and how will the funds be used?
The Standard Chartered KL Marathon has provided us with a tremendous platform to raise the much needed funds and to continue to provide this medical service as well as to create further awareness about its importance.
Hospice Malaysia's patient services are designed to support the patient who may want to live and be cared for at home, enabling them to maintain or regain their independence, well-being and quality of life.
My sister had breast cancer, which spread to the brain. During her final stage, she chose to be with us at home. And we are thankful to Hospice Malaysia for helping us throughout this journey. They not only help her with her emotional and physical pain, they also enable us to understand what to expect next. This is made so much easier for us to let her go. For that, we are very grateful.
Hospice Malaysia assists in training of healthcare professionals and caregivers in the necessary skills of palliative care to provide relief of suffering that affects patients and their families.
Isteri saya mengidap limfoma, sejenis penyakit kanser yang telah menjalani rawatan di HUKM beberapa tahun yang lalu. Tapi apabila beliau berada di rumah, beliau telah mendapat sokongan daripada pasukan penjagaan paliatif dari pihak Hospice Malaysia. Dan kami sangat gembira dan sangat menghargai sokongan daripada pihak Hospice. Dan semestinya lah kalau beliau rasa gembira, maka saya sebagai suami pun lebih gembira juga.
Hospice Malaysia strives to raise the visibility of palliative care in Malaysia by its attempts to improve public knowledge and perception in dealing with life-limiting illnesses.
Kanser yang saya hadapi telah merebak ke tulang belakang. Semasa saya dirujukkan ke Hospice Malaysia tahun lepas, saya terlantar di katil. Saya mempunyai luka tekanan yang teruk di bahagian belakang. Hari ini, saya berterima kasih kepada pasukan Hospice Malaysia. Luka tekanan saya telah sembuh dan saya telah boleh berjalan menggunakan tompan. Dan yang penting sekali, sakit yang mencocok dan terjadi setiap malam telah dapat dikawal dengan baik. Ini semua telah dilakukan untuk meningkatkan kualiti hidup kami.
Every year, more than 55,000 Malaysians are in need of palliative care at the end of their lives, but currently, only less than 10% have access to it. That is why I am raising funds for Hospice Malaysia when I run for a reason at the Standard Chartered KL Marathon. It costs less than 30 ringgit to support a patient per day. So support Hospice Malaysia by choosing my profile at the KL Marathon's homepage at www.kl-marathon.com and donate generously.
Run for a Reason is a charity initiative of the Standard Chartered KL Marathon. To find out more about the beneficiaries and how to participate, log in to www.kl-marathon.com. Running a marathon is a great personal accomplishment. But run for a reason is to race with a heart. See you at the start line.
Tell me that you love me too.
You might get you still might get a slap even though you're a woman.
Controversial comments from Moyes. No worries, Carl Anthony Towns will lighten up the mood.
And mayday, mayday, camouflage gone wrong at a skiing race in Sweden.
Hello, amigos, and welcome to another edition of Super Sport Daily. You are joined today by me, Lez Ann, and she's Amanda.
Yes, I am. If you are watching this on YouTube, you might have seen me before. I was the interviewer who tried to prank John Anarisa, only it backfired.
It did, but that was a hilarious prank, Amanda.
It was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was all in good humor, and John was such a great sport, except the comments weren't as funny.
Yep, exactly. I read some, and no, they were not. It's a big no-no to name call people. Anyway, you know, Amanda, it's International Hug a News Person Day. So
Is it? Let's hug it out.
Okay.
Okay. All right. On that note, let's head over to our first story of the day. The Portland Trail Blazers were blazing their way through to the playoffs after going on a 6-game winning streak. But little did they know the Timberwolves had a surprise for them when they visited Target Center. So here we are. Minnesota hosted the informed Portland with a game plan prepared. Porky Jung inspired the home team to a fast start, scoring this tough layup for an 8-point lead. But Portland are also determined to put on a show. Morris Harkless displayed some finesse for this basket here. Jumping over to the fourth cue now. Ricky Rubio ensured his team remained in front with the jumper. 1-point game now with 7 minutes remaining. That prompted a response from Portland starman Damian Lillard with a drive for the layup. Then it was welcome to the Carl Anthony Towns show. This man was just unstoppable on the night, racking up 34 points, including this mid-range J. A 4-point lead now to the Timberwolves was quickly cut to 1. After Damian Lillard struck back with one from downtown. 25 points for him.
Yes, indeed.
And Towns wasn't done just yet, finishing off that fine move to restore the 4-point lead with just 35 seconds left on the clock. However, the visitors were presented a chance to take the game, but Lillard's attempt was no good, so Timberwolves gladly take this one by 1.
What a game. What is it about this team that has it battling through, even though you know it's the regular season and then it's summertime?
Like I said, I think it's just the biggest thing for us is to continue to grow. You know, even though statistically and mathematically we're out, we still have a lot of things to work on. So using these games to work on us as a team is going to be huge, and it's going to be vital, especially going into the summer.
And speaking of that, Big Cat, what have you learned about yourself as trying to be a better leader and trying to help this team get back into the playoffs?
You know, I think you just learn so much from a season like we've had. You know, you learn so much about yourself. And I think for me, I just learned more that I got to be more vocal. I got to do a lot more for my teammates. And, you know, just trying to find ways now. This summer is going to be a huge learning experience for me, being a better leader and being able to help my teammates better on the floor.
Well, somewhere Carl Anthony Towns, Kevin Garnett is smiling. You just said be more vocal. I think he would love to hear that from you.
Now that defeat proved to be a big blow for Portland with 5 games remaining in the regular season. They are the only 1.5 games ahead of 9th place Denver, and don't discount the New Orleans Pelicans either in 10th. Up next for the Trail Blazers, the Utah Jazz are looming ahead.
All right, now the aftermath of the Reza prank video has been harsh on my girl here, Amanda, who has been receiving a bunch of abuse on the comment section.
Harsh is an understatement. I mean, the names I've been called since the video went up on April Fool's Day have been appalling. Remember, guys, I'm someone's daughter, granddaughter, sister, and best friend. And I'm sure you would never wish this upon anyone near and dear to you. So, folks, please think twice before nasty name calling, right?
Exactly. No one deserves that kind of treatment anywhere in the world, please. Not least what we are about to show you now, David Moyes has been under pressure of late for what was apparently a diss towards a BBC reporter last month. There are just no words to describe this. Take a look.
And the owner, Ellis Short, was here today. Does it put any extra pressure on you as a manager when you know the owner's in the stands watching on?
No, none at all.
That's brilliant. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Nice to see you.
You're just getting a wee bit naughty at the end there, so just watch yourself. You might get you still might get a slap even though you're a woman.
Can you just straighten your badge, please? Just do badge.
Careful the next time you come in.
Wow, just wow. Did you hear that? Just what's one side David Moyes haven't been showing during his career as manager? Well, we've asked our followers on Twitter. It's at Stadium Astro in case you don't already know. The majority of you guys thought it was blown out of proportion.
Blown out of proportion? Really? Okay, I personally thought the comments were uncalled for, rude, and so inappropriate.
Exactly.
Female or not, every reporter in the broadcasting industry should be judged for their integrity and skills. Not gender, guys.
Not gender, I concur. But David Moyes haven't been the nicest person from a reporter's standpoint. Prior to his appointment as manager at Manchester United, he was seen running away from a Sky Sports journalist here. But the Scot did respond to his antiques ahead of the visit to Leicester City.
Only to say, but it was in the heat of the moment, and I deeply regret the comments I made. It's certainly not the person who I am, and I accept it was a mistake. I spoke to the BBC reporter, who accepted my apology, and hopefully we all move on.
What's been the reaction from the club since then?
The club have known about it for 2 weeks. I told Ellis about it 2 weeks ago. So sometimes these things happen in the heat of the moment.
You can hear the regret in your voice, though. You obviously were disappointed that it happened.
Yeah, it happens, but you know, we're in an industry where, you know, sometimes you'll not always answer things exactly the way you want to.
Okay. Could I just say, David, I mean, one local women's group is asking for an FA investigation. Do you think that's complete overkill?
Well, I think, as I said, I think if you look at my character, my personality, you think it couldn't be further from the truth.
And managers having to do these interviews sort of so soon after games, is it a case that with sort of passions running high, these things can happen?
Yeah, it can happen, and I think it's something which for all managers, senior managers and young managers, it's difficult when you're put in front of the camera so quickly after the games.
You know, there's always self-control, David. And, you know, but there's no use in dwelling in the past. Sunderland will face defending champs Leicester City. There will be a live on your screens, courtesy of Astro Supersports, of course, 2:45 in the AM for that one, channels 810 and 831 in HD. Phil Neville thinks it's time to pull his finger out to save his Manchester United career. Danny Mills thinks it's about discipline, dedication and desire. And Andy Townsend thinks getting public sympathy is the wrong road to take. All three foreign players we're referring to, Luke Shaw. Having only played twice in the last 4 months, 15 times in total this season, the left-back was subject of some very harsh criticism by his own manager when asked why he'd been left out of the squad in the last match.
Luke Shaw, difficult for him to be on the bench.
Why is that?
Because I cannot compare him with Ashley Young, with Damian, with Blind. I cannot compare the way he trains, the way he commits, the focus, the ambition. I cannot compare. He's a long way behind.
Okay, last question.
Yeah. Yeah, Joe Hart is an English international and is playing on loan in Italy.
United next hosts an Everton side coming off a Merseyside derby loss, but Toffee's boss Ronald Koeman thinks he knows how to curb United at the Theatre of Dreams.
We know that they have difficulties at home, maybe in the last few home results, but they had a lot of ball possession. They were the better team in every game. They had chances to score. They are still a really strong team, and we know some players will come back for them. It's a great stadium to play football, and we like to play in our way, and that means that we like to dominate the game, but we know we need to defend the strengths of United, but we get space to play.
United are only 5 points off 4th place with 10 more matches to be played, and Mourinho is optimistic about United's chance of playing in Europe next season.
Until mathematically it's possible, we keep trying. And because this week is a week without Europa League, we have nothing to think about Europa League. So this week is easy by the focus point of view. Is easy. We have to play Everton, we have to play Sunderland. And these 2 matches, we have to go for them, thinking about the Premier League and nothing else. After that match against Sunderland, then we have Anderlecht, and quarterfinal of Europa League are very important for us.
And Mourinho knows what he's talking about. His win percentage puts him behind only one other manager as the most successful United boss in his first 50 games. The Portuguese even leaves Moyes, Van Gaal and even Fergie trailing in his wake. Be sure you don't miss any of the action from this one. The last time the Toffees beat United on their turf, the Miami Heat were NBA champions, and most of us were singing these lyrics. Tonight. Oh, there you go, Matt is singing. We are young. I can't sing. I'm gonna rap this. So let's set the world on fire. We can burn brighter than the sun. All right, the year was 2013. Will history be rewritten at Old Trafford? Only one way to find out. This one starts at 3 a.m.
Oh my God, there is nothing like some mid-week Premier League action, right, Les?
Exactly. What a week it's gonna be for you football fans out there.
But we live in the present. As such, we have more football action for you guys, so stick around. Coming up, it's the Rossi Show in Celta Vigo. More goals coming your way next.
Giuseppe. What a superb run. And he finds the back of the net. What an extraordinary day he has had. Got to score. Got to score. No excuses. How unlucky can you get? There is no such thing as perfect. It had controversy, it had goals. That is football's 7th heaven.
Fans are very important for us. Thank you for the support and keep going.
This broadcast of the Premier League is brought to you by MyEG, your e-government service provider. Wanda Coffee. Try the new Wanda Extra Presso. And Brickfield's Asia College, the fastest and smartest way.
Hey, wait, come back. This is not a commercial. It's not a commercial. Actually, it is, lah. It's more than that, though. As a consumer, we always want extra perks for everything we buy. Waterproof one on this phone. Wow, slow-mo shot, wow. You guys are serious about a demo, huh? In most loyalty programs, when you purchase something, they reward you with either cash or points. But at Sen Heng, for every item you purchase, you get both cash and points. Double rewards. Shock, right? Oh, yo, it's the Samsung SUHD Curve TV. Hey, this TV waterproof one, ah?
There's a classier way to reach your football stars. Join the Astro PFA Fans Player of the Month contest.
Welcome back. A minute's silence was observed at Spartak Stadium for the victims of the bomb blast in St. Petersburg. At least 11 people were killed in a metro on Monday. And that silence was broken when Roman Zobnin headed the home team ahead with his first goal of the season. Orenburg fell further behind in the second half to another Zobnin header, risking life and limb in the process, but he turned out to be okay after a while. Moral salam, guys. Making his only second substitute appearance, Denis Popovic pulled one back for the visitors with a beautiful strike from outside the box. A minute later, Mikhail Djura's first goal of the season leveled the score to give Orenburg some hope in their push for league survival. But all hopes were dashed when Quincy Promise scored the winner in injury time to put the home team on course to their first league title since 2001.
And over to Spain now. It may look like a full house when Celta Vigo hosted Las Palmas, but it was barely a strong crowd here. But that didn't stop the home side from opening the scoring, courtesy of an error from Las Palmas centre-back Bigas. Giuseppe Rossi was quickest to take advantage before slotting home what was his first league goal since September last year. Now, one soon became two just before halftime. Bigas' partner this time at fault for losing Rossi in the box. The Italian pounced again for his first La Liga brace since 2011. He's slowly getting back his mojo, don't you think? His hat-trick was completed in the 57th, another individual mistake, this time from midfield, allowed Drozabet to play Rossi through on goal. The 30-year-old showed no nerves by scoring his first ever hat-trick in Spain after 169 games played. For all that calamity at the back, Bigas actually redeemed himself. Well, only a consolation, but a goal is a goal, right? With that win, Celta Vigo climbed into the top 10. With the loss to Tottenham over the weekend, Burnley go into match day 31 winless in 7 league matches. But manager Sean Dyche feels his Clarets are definitely progressing and moving forward, and that the judgment made on their season so far is unjustified.
Definite improvements. The team, myself, my understanding of the division, the staff, the team, definitely, without a shadow of a doubt. The club's moved on radically off the pitch, but you know what it's like, you're only judged on the next win, really. You know, that's the thing, it's the madness of this job, if you like. For all the good stuff that's been done here, all the good work that continues to be done here, you're only really judged on the next performance, the next win, the next points that come on the table. So we
You can catch the Clarets take on the Porters live on channels 817 and 834 in HD. But if you're not feeling that game, tune in to SuperSport 2 instead to watch the Hornets take on West Brom. It will be a historical moment for Tony Pulis, who will take charge of his 100th match for the Baggies. Coverage begins at 2:40 a.m. sharp. Noah Syndergaard has now joined the pantheon of match opening day starters. The pitcher nicknamed Thor will now have his name mentioned in the same breath as 1969 World Series winner Tom Seaver, 3-time World Series champion Dwight Gooden, and 2007 Golden Glove winner Johan Santana. However, all the euphoria and honor of starting on opening day was sadly cut short for the 24-year-old against the Atlanta Braves. Syndergaard was doing so well up to the 6th inning, on his way to a shutout against the Braves too. But after sending Matt Camp back to the dugout, he was forced to call it a day as well. A blood blister on his right thumb had his coaches Terry Collins and Dan Worthen opt for caution. Luckily, it didn't hurt the Mets. Bottom of the 7th, as Drubal Cabrera's RBI single brought Wilmer Flores back to home plate a bit too late. Or was he? Replay showed that he was safe.
For the catcher. I don't know why.
And so the Mets lead by 1.
He is going to challenge the call, and it looked as though he got that foot in there. Yeah.
Curtis Granderson and Jay Bruce makes it 3-zip for the Mets before Lucas Duda got his RBI double. Jonas Cespedes, Neil Walker, and Jay Bruce all scoring to double the Mets lead.
Since turning pro, 28-year-old Ricky Fowler has only 6 career wins on the PGA and European Tour combined. No majors yet, unlike 2016 Masters champ Danny Willett, who's 29, or 29-year-old Jason Day, who's a PGA Championship winner, or 27-year-old former world #1 Rory McIlroy, who is a 4-time major winner. A lot has been said about the American underachieving. So here's Fowler responding to all that ahead of the Masters this weekend.
I would have liked to have won more. I would have liked to have, been there in some more majors like I was in 15. But hey, it's tough out here. I think it's good to remember your bad shots and your good shots. Being that way, when you end up in a similar situation, if it's a good one, you remember what you were thinking and go through a process and get in that same frame of mind. And then remembering the bad ones is also good as well. Understanding, what did I do wrong there? What was I thinking? How can I think differently? How do I block? If something crept in, how do I keep that out? You know, I'm going to start this 5 yards further left or right, depending on the situation, and just make sure that I stay committed to that line.
Now, the Augusta Masters is the first major in the golf calendar, and I'm excited. I mean, I can't wait for it.
Me too. Who will be your pick to wear the green jacket this time around, Amanda?
I'm gonna go with Dustin Johnson. How about you, Liz?
Well, my pick would be Jordan Spieth. This man has a big swing. Look out for him. Well, enough of golf already. You know what's coming up next?
I do. Bizarro!
This week on Bizarro, an unexpected visitor during a women's cross-country ski event in Sweden.
Indeed it is.
WTA Volvo Car Open on Astro Supersport 4 and HD.
A major weapons test is imminent. We need to know what it is and how to destroy it.
There is a 97.6% chance of failure.
Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Rogue One, a Star Wars story. This special prize includes an exclusive tote bag. Purchased via Channel 481 or on OD.
Wow, I thought you made that one.
Oh my. Oh. Big mistake. He won't be happy with that. I think it surprised him as well.
Miguel Angel Jimenez to light up that victory. The 2016 Mississippi Gulf Resort Classic.
The Mississippi Golf Resort Classic. Nothing beats experience on Golf Channel.
We're back.
We are. Have you been to Sochi, Amanda?
No, I haven't.
Okay. Did you know it has a humid subtropical climate according to Wikipedia?
Okay.
Yep, the average yearly temperature is 18.4 degrees Celsius in the day and 11 at night.
Okay.
And I love chilly evenings.
You do?
You know, yeah, I do. You know, December to March is known as your coldest month.
Okay, where is this going?
Well, and yet some people think it's a great idea to organize a bikini skiing contest.
And with that, ladies and gents, I present you Bizarro. I know there was no wordplay here.
Close to 1,200 bikini-clad skiers braved temperatures at the Boogle Woogle Festival in Sochi to break a record, world record, and they did.
Boogle Woogle? It's like a tongue
Woogle.
twister. Well, last year's record was 1,008 skiers.
What?
And it seems like more and more people are enjoying this skiing in a bikini.
I think I would. You know, nothing quite like skiing down a snowy slope to our marching band playing techno music, right, Amanda?
Slightly judging you because I'd rather ski in a bikini to some hip-hop tunes, hey.
You judge me? You judge me, Amanda?
Always judging. Anyway, massive respect to those who managed to brave the cold. I can't even handle the cold in the studio right now, to be honest.
I wonder how long we would last in that weather.
Well, I wouldn't even try to attempt it. So,
okay, but why? It would be so much fun, right, Amanda?
No, end of discussion.
Okay.
Staying in the cold, we have an unexpected visitor.
I wonder who or rather what? Is it Santa or Rudolph?
This might look like some regular women cross-country skiing in Sweden, but...
Look, we've got a visitor. It's Santa.
Eyes are... No, that's not Santa. My eyes are not deceiving me, right? That is an army tank.
No, it's Santa. It does look like one, but, you know, a tank. It's trying to camouflage its way into the race.
Well, guys, it's women's only. Leave the women alone. Go away.
Definitely camouflage gone wrong. Hi, Santa. I'm kidding. Speaking of camouflage, Amanda, did you know the term camouflage is inspired by insects?
Not a fan of insects.
Neither am I.
I hate insects.
But you know, they're such pests.
Cockroaches are the bane of my existence.
I know. I don't like cockroaches and anything that crawls anywhere. You know what? I was just kidding, Amanda. It's National Tell a Lie Day. So yeah, you know where this is going.
Is this a prank again? Guys, is this a prank again? No more pranks.
Well, speaking of that, we all know that footballers can be such pranksters, right?
Ha! I should know. I've been a victim of one.
Well, the latest one is Dani Alves, who played a prank on UATV's reporter at the training ground. Check this out.
Allenamento che ovviamente continueranno poi domani per quello che riguarda questo avvicinamento importante. Allora adesso passiamo invece a quello che è il programma di lavoro del settore giovanile. Ma non me ne sono neanche accorto. Cioè, ma mi fate venire un infarto, ragazzi.
My head, my eyes, my nose. Oh, such pranksters, right? These footballers, poor reported that one. I bet you know how it feels like to be him, don't you, Amanda?
Trust me, I know. Can we change the topic now?
Okay, all right. Enough of that already. Now on to our next story. Amanda, have you kena the rotan before?
Of course. Rotan is like the Malaysian way. I used to get caned at home, in school, now at work.
At work? Who caned you at work?
You.
Oh. You know, I had the same treatment from my mummy. Mom, are you watching this? Anyway, if I were to tell you rotan is a sport, would you be surprised?
What?
Yes. Wait, let me put on my safety gear first. Where my hand? All right, apparently in Algeria, stick fighting is considered an actual sport.
Stick fighting, actual sport. What?
In fact, it is an ancient martial art, so it is considered a traditional sport. You know fencing, Amanda?
Of course, but not stick fighting. What?
That's right, it's like fencing with the aim of touching the opponent's 14 vital points.
14 vital points, what?
Yep, they even believe it could be a national sport in Algeria.
Stick fighting, 14 vital points, a national sport in Algeria. What? Okay, using a stick to fight. What? I'm done.
You know what? Talk about kena rotan.
Right? Now, Lez, what's the first thing on your mind when I say bzzz?
I think the first thing that comes to my mind is honey.
Close. Try again. Bzzz.
Of course. Right. A bumblebee.
That's singular. I'm talking about a swarm of bees. Plural, Lez. Plural. You heard that right. A swarm of bees recently invaded a spring training game between Colorado Rockies and San Diego Padres.
Oh, that's a lot of bees.
Well, I did say a swarm of bees, didn't I, Les?
No, man. This is an army of bees.
I mean, I'm no beekeeper, but anyone can see that we have a situation here. So I'm a buzz out of here.
And
I'm buzzing right behind you, Amanda.
Speaking of bees, I just want to tell you my life story, what happened this morning. So like this huge hornet flew into my room and I was like freaking out, running around.
No way, I'd die. Yeah. Okay, guys, before we go, remember to catch League of Legends with John Anariza on Thursday at 9 p.m.
Also, don't miss out on Top 30 at 9:30 p.m. tomorrow.
And it's Paul Parker's birthday, so remember to wish him, he's on Twitter. That's all from us today. Bye-bye.
It's a cold blast, midweek in the Premier League. There will be no warm welcome for the Toffees at Old Trafford. And a rough-up is on the charts as heavyweights Chelsea and Manchester City collide. Freeze! It's game time!
He's through! And he scored!
The best of the Premier League. Live and exclusive on Astro Supersport 3 and HD.
First and exclusive.
Why is he here?
To save my people.
We both want an explanation for what went wrong.
We don't know.
You cannot stay after dark.
I'm not leaving without my sister.
I will create a new reputation honorable enough to save me from my past.
not trust him at all.
First and exclusive and all new days.
Now you can receive your Astro bills simply and conveniently. With our new e-billing option, you can choose to receive your bill via your email or simply view it online. Convenient and carbon footprint free. Register online at www.astro.com.my/e-billing.